Hey guys, how's it going? Thomas here from Chasing Roosevelt's Outdoors. Just been practicing some calling tonight, and I've been meaning to do this video for a while, so I wanted to finally get this video out. And it's a video on the HuntLeague. If you haven't heard about it, I'm about to explain it to you. But before I get to that, just wanted to quickly explain the reason why I got into HuntLeague was I was invited from Garrett Weaver. If you haven't heard of him, he's a great guy. He's got a podcast and a YouTube channel, and he had created his own league within HuntLeague. And through that, he invited me to join his league, and thus I got to figure out and use the HuntLeague app, and that's what this video is about tonight. Stay tuned. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. Thanks. Alright guys, so HuntLeague. What is HuntLeague? So I got a notebook here with some notes. It's going to help me kind of stay on track so I don't go off on a tangent. And on top of that, it'll help me kind of keep it simple. And then I'm going to switch the camera here so you can see my desktop. And then I'll explain everything. So hold tight. Okay, so this is HuntLeague on the desktop. Now, in the phone, it is much different. As you can see, here's a video playing, kind of an introduction. It's kind of going over it. I'm going to try to make this pretty simple and not overcomplicate the video because it's more of a video about what I got, why I got involved, why I like it, and why I think everybody else should use it. So HuntLeague is an app for hunters, essentially. Created by Jared Newman and his team, we'll call it. And it's not just an app of a league like a competition per se. It's way more than that, and that's the aspect of why I really like this. So I'm not gonna try to get into like who they are, what they're about, how they created this app. I'm gonna jump right into what is useful about this app, how I found it, and what my involvement is. So HuntLeague is an app where you can log information about your hunt. So say you're going out hunting, you get up at 7 a.m. or you hit the trail at 7 a.m. You can note that down as like a little text and say, hey, leaving the truck at this time. Put a little note in it. You can even put a picture, you can put a video, and then you literally log your hunt as you go through the day. And not only that, it has an in-app map, kind of like Onyx. It has topo, if I remember right, and it has. We'll go to features here and kind of go over it. But it has a map inside. Here we go. So it has topo, like I was saying. And you could set waypoints, and then you could add what like you saw deer, or you're glassing from that point. And then on top of that, you got a selection of different animals you can track in there. And we'll get back to that because that has to do with the league part of it. And then it also allows you to track all your gear. You can input it, your calls, and or your excuse me, your individual weapons and stuff. And you could input your calls and whatnot. And it's such a cool app in the sense that you have Onyx. It's an amazing tool, base map, whatever you use for your tracking essentially, and navigation. This app, um, personally, I don't use it for that. I use this app as like a notebook, like a digital notebook. That's the best way for me to describe it. So instead of the old school way where you're writing your notes in a little notebook, and that actually is a fairly common thing. I never done that, which I wish I did, to be honest. Um, but it's a way to like take data essentially from your first season out. You weren't successful at hunting, we'll say elk, but you have all these notes you took while you're out, like this bull bugled at this time, and this conditions, and this location on like a ridge or a draw, or down at the bottom of a creek bottom. You can write all this data in, and then come next year, you kind of like use that data to further your experience and knowledge so that you're kind of climbing that knowledge curve quicker, right? So instead of doing it on paper and pen, this is more of a digital version of it. And on top of that, you can add pictures, like I said, sound clips, videos, um, and all kinds of little miniature features that are in it in the app. The league part of it is so they have different animals, big game animals, and I believe waterfowl and upland birds. And the league part of it is you can join multiple leagues. Like right now, I'm part of the Content Creator League, which is I believe it's re-enlisting this year. Don't quote me on that, but I was involved in it last year, and I'll get to that in a second. And then I'm in the Outdoorsman of the Year League as well, and it's a legit league. You do your part where you're inputting all your information from your hunts, from your scouts, etc. throughout the year. And what happens is at the end of the year, um, Jared has a bunch of judges, a handful of judges that go through all the different competitors and goes through all the data essentially, and they pick a winner. And what your win, like how you win, is like it's not necessarily one specific thing. Um, maybe one day I'll be able to get Jared on a video to help me explain this much better. But basically, the person that's winning is winning based off of their overall use of the app. Is kind of how I would describe it and how I understand it. Um, so getting back to how I got into this as far as the league part. So Garrett Weaver was the one that invited me. He uh, he invited me because I do YouTube, you know, and I create content. And he is also a YouTuber. He has a podcast. So he wanted to create a league for um, essentially, content creators, YouTubers, podcasters, vloggers, whatever you want to call it. So he made this own league. Basically, from what you were supposed to do is you use the app just like normal for every other thing. And I think what applied more to the content creator league was getting involved with your content. Through the app, it's hard to do because you can't just add a YouTube link, but you can share your experiences and then share it on your social medias. So I was dead set excited to join this league, and I was pretty surprised actually to be considered to even get on it because I'm not a huge channel by any means. So I'm very very thankful that I was invited, and even because of Garrett, I found this app, and I actually do use it, and I'll get to that in a little while. So yeah, there's a handful of leagues. It's not just big game hunting. Like I said, there's um, I think waterfowl. Um, I know there's the content creator league, um, and whatnot. So I'm just gonna kind of go back to the top here and kind of scroll through it and try to explain some of this stuff. That way, my rambling isn't too confusing. So, this is the desktop version. You can use it, as far as I know, like the phone app. Um, I just pulled it up on my computer for the first time before starting this video, and for some reason, when I try to go into my account, I have to upload a waypoint from some other like vendor, so like Onyx, and I don't know how to do that. So that's why we're here. We're just using the website itself. So yeah, this is HuntLeague right here. This is a really good picture here. So once you've created your account, you sign up for your league that you want to do, or multiple leagues. You can do more than one. You essentially start logging your information. So what I did, I start my track, or it's basically like a tracker. It's like a timer. It starts. It doesn't record every little thing you do automatically. You have to manually input that stuff. But it does track, like, if I remember right, mileage, like how far you're walking, and then time. So if you start at 7 in the morning, and then you stop the app or close your hunt for the day, you end that hunt for the day at 7, it'll reflect the time frame, and how many hours you have hunted. You got a hunt log, you got a scout log, and a explore log. And it's really simple. You hit the go button, and then it has you choose your animal. And if you sign up for the yearly subscription, you can choose more than one at the same time. I'm not sure about that, but you can choose more than one for sure. So, like, when you sign up, it's free. You don't have to pay for it to use the app. But if you want to sign up for the yearly subscription where you get full access to everything, you can then choose whatever you're hunting. So you choose elk, you choose deer, you know, bear, whatever. Whereas the free version, where you're not paying into it, you get to choose one. So say you're predominantly an elk hunter, you're gonna choose elk, and you're not gonna pay into it unless you want to. So then once you start your hunt or your scout, whatever, you get this menu, which you can put your weapon. If you're hunting, or even scouting, I think you can add your weapon in there. Um, and you got all these little icons. You get sighting. So if you see a deer, see a elk, whatever, you click on that, and then it literally breaks it down. Um, and again, this isn't a breakdown of how to use the app, so I'm not going to get too far into that. But it literally breaks it down, and you can add like little notes in each thing. You can add notes, see the little note thing. So you fill this out, and say you want to add a note saying, "Oh, I saw a buck here. It looked like he was a 3x2. He had one doe with him." You can add your note there. And if you have a picture, like say you took a picture with your phone through a phone scope or whatever, you can add it in the note section too, or video. And then you also got sound. So if you hear something, you can fill that part out, add your sound clip, and then um, your calls and whatever, your calls and scents and stuff. You can put that in and put whatever you're using at that time. You can put sign in. Say you're hiking a trail and you come across some fresh, deer scat or tracks or bear tracks, and you're like, okay, I want to put that note in so that I know if I come back tomorrow and it's fresh again, I know if I can compare the times and say, okay, this animal's crossing this trail at the same time the last 2 days. Maybe if I come back tomorrow, It'll cross again, I can get a shot at it, etc. Encounter is more of an in-depth of like you you saw the deer, you made a stalk, or you got closer, and you're about to shoot, but they winded you and they took off, and so you didn't get the shot. So that's like an encounter, right? Which is a really cool another little tool to where you add those details in. And I'm just like everybody else. I'm forgetful. There's times where I don't remember every little detail about my hunt, and it's nice to kind of go back and say, okay, in my notes here, it says that I took 30 minutes to reposition and then the wind switch. Well, maybe that was a mistake. And so instead of taking 30 minutes, I should have hustled a little more, got repositioned in, as fast as possible, and then I could have got a shot. Little stuff like that. It's like a notebook, like I keep saying, that kind of tracks all this data. And I feel like really it can help you out. So that's a quick little overview of that. And then not only is it a tool for your personal use, not only is it a competition in a way where you can legitimately win stuff. um, I can try to add in some links to the HuntLeague YouTube channel of last year, or well, technically this year is when he won it, but it's the 21 hunting season, called the Outdoorsman of the Year, and it's 2021. And that competitor won. So, and they did a podcast with him, and uh, I'll put that in the link below. But it's a community. I've actually through that I've talked to a couple people here and there, and most importantly, I've watched these guys posting the pictures of their scouting weekends and then into their hunting seasons and their success. And yeah, you can get that on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and all that, but it's just another app. It's a little smaller, so I feel it's more wholesome. And I feel like people are genuine about it. And of course, it's all hunters, so you're not going to have the anti hunters in there. At least we hope not. The competition part of it. So um, I'll leave this up so you can kind of pause and read about that if you want. Um, there is levels. I totally spaced that out. So based on your experience that you log, you get rankings, um, and then it goes up. I would have to study up on what level is what. I think I'm actually I can pull my phone up to see what level I'm. So I am level 34. You're not gonna see that. I wish the desktop version was working for me if I knew how to do it. Um, so yeah, you get multiple leagues. You can join multiple ones and participate and win stuff. Like right here, it shows this year's Outdoorsman of the Year prize value overall is valued at $3,800. That's a lot of stuff, guys. And to be honest, there's not a ton of people using the app right now. So it's not like you're gonna do all this extra work while you're on hunting if you're not into the actual usefulness of the app. If you don't care about the usefulness of the app and you're just doing this to try to win, which whatever, that's on you. Um, like you have good odds of winning some good stuff. And there was, really cool prizes like bow sights and sheep feet and like pyro putty and just all kinds of hunting stuff um, that people are winning. And so I like for me to kind of circle back to why I got involved and why I liked it as far as the league part of it. That's the beautiful thing about this app is yeah, you're competing against other people, but really you're competing about with yourself in a sense that the only way you're gonna win or get far is if you put in the work. And you're fighting other guys, or what well, not fighting, but you're competing against other guys, but you're also doing it to compete against yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to explain, um, as far as like competition wise, because it's not like a cutthroat competition. It's not like you're going to an archery shoot setup. It's not like that. It's literally you do what you want to do throughout the year. You put your effort into it, the amount of effort you want to put into it. You can do a lot, you can do little, and at the end of the day, what you put into the app for the league for your own benefit could result in winning prizes. And that's why I like it, because granted, this year I didn't get to use the app as much as I wanted because my year was just not that successful, and I didn't have a lot to add to it. It was just a lot of bow hiking, really. But like this year, I'm excited because we got spring bear. I drew a spring bear tag here in Oregon. Um, I'm gonna be hunting bear as almost every weekend, hopefully. And then also right in the spring is spring turkey. I have a spring turkey tag, and then there's a little bit of a gap before fall bear, and then I got archery elk, rifle deer, and then obviously in between is coyote and cougar, which I would love to get a call and try to start hunting them as well. So like I feel honestly this year I can like get way more involved in the app. So let's check my notes here. Oh, I totally forgot about this too. So I can give you a guesstimate of your score of an animal, which I can't score animals for the life of me. Um, I throw numbers out there like if I see a bull on the coast, it's a 5 point and it looks good, I'm gonna be like, yeah, he's like a 180-inch bull. I have no idea if I'm close or not. I'm not an inch person, but if you're into that, you can do that. Which I like I said, my success in the app last year was very little. Um, I did not take any animals. I was not successful in filling any tags, so I didn't get to utilize this stuff yet. It is on iPhone. I'm not sure if he has created the Android app yet. I know that was behind, but I think he's introducing it this year. Um, I might have to do a two-part video to include that. So I'm gonna throw this tutorial video on link, and let's just play this.
Let's explore the features of the
For a
main
little bit.
community page. First, let's take a look at the difference between a hunt summary and a community post. The quickest way to differentiate a hunt summary from a post is by looking at the location of the species icons. A hunt summary is created at the end of a hunt or scout activity and will always have the species and method of take icons layered on top of the image. If it is a community post, those icons will appear in the title bar above the photo along with the date posted. A hunt summary will show the
So, oops, there we go. Gotta learn how to navigate this. So this is probably my favorite thing about the app outside of being able to add all your notes and stuff is it's this community page. I just really enjoy it, and that's kind of like what this community page is like. It's like there are killers on here. Um, you got Garrett Weaver's on there. Chryson's on there. There's a handful of guys that are just absolute studs, and they're killing animals left and right. Let's refrain that. We'll taking animals, tagging animals. Don't need no one jumping down my throat here, but and then like this picture right here, it's a family out hunting. How cool is that? And that's what's cool about it. You can share it. You can literally share details about what you're using, etc. What you killed, and it's just super cool. It was really cool to see all that. And what I was using it like as I was using the app and watching like the year unfold, I was seeing like people grow. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I've seen people grow. I've seen connections being made, friendships being made. I actually got to know people through this app that I would probably never would have really got to know at all And because of it, like I have some more connections. I have friends, I call friends now, and it's just awesome. I just love it. And like I said, I let myself down last year by not using it as much and getting more involved in it. But this year, a little slow start. I mean, it's March already, and I haven't even got out to go scouting or anything. Um, that's a whole nother story. But um, yeah, I'm gonna hit it hard here as soon as bear season opens. I'm gonna be hitting the ground running, and hopefully I can log some really good information. I can utilize that every year and get over that learning curve of hunting and being successful. To wrap up, why I like this app, um, it's another tool, a great tool to use for hunting, or you can use all the features of it and really like hone in on like what you're doing in the field and take all those notes and etc. And then the next, say the next season, you have all that data to just go back and skim through. And then on the last thing is it's a great community, and I know with like Instagram, seems like they're kind of hammering down on the like the hunting contents and content creators and stuff. People are getting shadow banned and whatnot, and I don't want to get into the political side of stuff. But yeah, it's another community, and I'm not seeing any negativity in there at all, and that's refreshing. Um, One thing that I absolutely can't stand is hunter on hunter fighting, and I mean I'll admit I've been there, I've done it, I've participated in arguing with people because I didn't agree with what they thought of at the time. I'm hopefully better now, and I work past that. Um, but I think that's like a dividing thing within us. But this community, this Hunt League app, and in the community app part of it, or community part of it, the app is just amazing. Lots of people in there. They're all friendly, all correct, congratulating each other on their success and, chatting about it, picking each other's brains, etc. So to wrap the video up, I'll end with the last question I have on my notepad here. And it is, why should you use it? Why should the folks that are hunting, but just don't use this app, don't know about it, why should you use it? Well, I think if you're going to use it outside of just using it for like the map features and the data input features, for your everyday hunts, honestly think you should use it because of the community. It's another app where there's hopefully no anti hunters, not much fighting. I don't even think there's anybody arguing on this app, to be honest. And it's a direct relation of your efforts put in. So, like, you want to hit it hard and log a ton of hunts and scouts and whatnot. That's awesome. Do it. Use it to the full advantage. But what's awesome about it is that everyone gets to see it. You can add buddies in, and then you get to see their stuff. They post if you post on the community page, you get to share it with everybody. It's a cool tool. Like, it's not just a tool. I keep saying it's a tool. It's not a tool. It's just like another platform for people to connect, be friendly, um, and then share their hunting adventures. And that rings really true to me because that's my whole purpose. Like, I love hunting. I'm not very good at it, obviously, yet, but I love it, and I love recording it and sharing it with people. And I know it's nothing crazy, but it's something I just enjoy. And there's a handful of people that enjoy it too, and it's awesome. And this is just another platform for people to kind of do the same. Share their experiences and share their hunting seasons and whatnot. And so I think you guys should use it. I think you guys should join the app, join all the leagues that you're interested in, and hit it hard. It's a great app, and I hope this year I get to be more involved with the app, more involved with all the people in the app that are using it. If anything, just join it and use it as a tool for out hunting. So, anyways, guys, hopefully this video wasn't super boring. But if you wanna do me a solid, if anything else, um, go join the league. Um, like I said, it's free. You don't have to pay to use it. You can pay the yearly subscription to unlock pretty much everything. Yeah, just join the Hunt League with everybody else. It's pretty awesome. Um, Start sharing your adventures. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little different, trying some other stuff out. And if you want to do me a favor, like the video and subscribe to the channel, help this channel grow. Um, and stay tuned for some more content.